Imagine walking into a roadside restaurant you've known your entire life. The scent of cornbread, rocking chairs lined across the porch, and a logo that's practically seared into your memory. The rustic Cracker Barrel sign with its folksy man leaning on a wooden barrel. But what if I told you that logo, the one meant to comfort travelers with nostalgia and tradition, was suddenly at the center of controversy, Wall Street speculation, and even whispers of manipulation? Cracker Barrel, a brand built on the image of old Americana, quietly altered its iconic logo. At first glance, it seemed like a simple design refresh. A few cleaner lines, a polished look, nothing too dramatic. But buried beneath those cosmetic changes, investors saw something else. A symbol of instability. Why would a company so rooted in tradition risk tinkering with the very imagery that defined its identity? For short sellers on Wall Street, the answer was opportunity. Short selling is the art of betting against a stock, profiting when a company's value falls. And when Cracker Barrel rolled out its rebrand, whispers began. Was this a sign that the company was struggling to stay relevant with younger generations? Did the leadership fear their folksy image was turning into a liability? The questions spread like wildfire through financial circles. And suddenly, hedge funds with billions at stake were circling like vultures. Here's where it gets fascinating. Most people never think about logos as more than marketing fluff. But on Wall Street, even the smallest corporate decision can become a trigger. Think about it. If a company famous for stability starts tinkering with the one thing it never touched, what else are they willing to change? Short sellers thrive on these signals. They borrow shares, sell them high, and pray the stock tumbles so they can buy back at a lower price. In the case of Cracker Barrel, the logo shift became fuel for an entire narrative that the brand was cracking under pressure. For weeks, chatter spread on message boards and trading floors. Some called it paranoia. Others insisted it was proof that consumer trust was fading. And while customers kept ordering chicken and dumplings like nothing had happened, traders were locked in a high-stakes psychological battle, reading hidden meaning in every curve of that redesigned logo. But here's the twist. The so-called decline never came. Cracker Barrel's loyal customer base, families, retirees, travelers, didn't abandon the brand over a logo. In fact, sales remained steady. Short sellers who bet on the downfall, many lost millions. The logo change wasn't a red flag at all. It was a mirage. A small aesthetic choice magnified into a financial storm by the very people who thought they'd outsmart the market. And that's the strange reality of Wall Street short selling. Sometimes it's about numbers, balance sheets, and cold calculations. But other times, it's about perception, psychology, and the tiniest ripple that traders mistake for a tidal wave. Cracker Barrel's story is a reminder that in the market, drama doesn't always live in the earnings reports. It can live in the curve of a logo, the tilt of a font, or the shadow of a barrel that suddenly looks just a little different. Because on Wall Street, even nostalgia can be shorted.